Hi guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're in a different setup as I thought I would do a get to know me Q&A for you all, as so many people have DM'd me and commented and asked for this video. So I asked you guys over on my Instagram what questions you had for me. You guys came through and now we're going to answer them here on this video. So I hope you enjoy. I'm going to try and group them together so that they make a little bit of sense. So I have the questions here on my iPad that I'm going to read from. The first one is, do you have another job apart from this one? Obsessed with your page. Thank you so much, gal. I really appreciate that. So yes, I actually do have my full-time job, which is my business. I am a beauty therapist and makeup artist, and I've done that full-time now for the last 4-5 years. It's coming up to about 5 years, about 4.5 years. I absolutely love it. Like, my business is my absolute baby, and this is just something that I do on the side because I just genuinely love it, and I have always wanted a YouTube channel and to grow my Instagram. So yeah, that's why I'm here. But my full-time job is my business, which I'm salon based. I do mobile weddings, but apart from that I'm completely salon based and I love it. So the next question that's kind of linked to that is, how old were you when you started your business? So I was 18. I was just about to leave college. I started in the April and I was leaving college in the May. So yeah, it was a big plunge, but it was something that I always wanted to do. From being really little, I always wanted to be self-employed by 18. Both my parents are self-employed and I've always watched them build brilliant businesses, and I always wanted to do the same. So yeah, I started when I was 18 and I've just genuinely never looked back. It was the best thing that I've ever done, and me and my friend knew how stressed about it I was, and that I wasn't gonna, you know, jump and just take the leap because I had a car at that point and I was living at home but working part-time at the same time, and obviously was getting money, and at the time it was like quite a good wage for my age, and I was just so in two minds, like, is it the right time? Am I doing the right thing? Am I old enough? Do I know enough about it? And I'm so glad looking back that I took that jump. So my advice to anyone who is starting a business or wants to start a business, just do it. I think it's one of those things that you kind of just learn as you go along. Genuinely, best thing that I ever did, and if you want to do it, then definitely do it. And then the last question that's related to that is your biggest struggle with owning a business? So I think the hardest thing about being self-employed and running a business is it's really hard to get a work-life balance, especially in the earlier days, because you genuinely have to live and breathe that business. You really do have to nourish it. Like, it's hard to get it off the ground, especially in my industry. Obviously there is so many different beauty therapists, there's so many different makeup artists, and it's building a name for yourself, because at the end of the day you would much rather go to somebody who's got a name for themselves, that, you know, you can see a bunch of their work and that, say, your friends have been to, than someone who's got like 5 pictures, or, you know, you can see that they're not too busy and they might be so much better, but you don't want to take that risk and go to them if they haven't really got a name. Also, it's, you know, getting your name out there. Like, how are people meant to know that you're doing it unless people have either talked about it or you have a big social media presence? Like, getting people through the doors is the hardest thing, and you kind of have to do everything you can to get people through the door. So, you know, I was working like 7 days a week, all kinds of times. Like, if someone was like, can I have 9 p.m. on Friday, I'd be like, yeah, because you need the money when you first start. Obviously you're investing so much money into your kit, into your products, into like the place that you rent in, whatever it is, and, you know, any kind of money that you can get to get this off the ground and to get it going, you got to do it. So I sacrificed a lot, especially in the earlier days, you know, not going out with my friends. Like, I was 18, so for a lot of weekends I would be up at like 7 a.m. doing christening makeup, or I'd be travelling to one of the cities by us doing catwalk makeups for bridal shows, or I would be travelling to different places going and doing photo shoots that were completely free. Like, some jobs were completely free, they were completely unpaid, and it was just literally about the experience, it's about the exposure, about the connections. And that is the hardest part about it, is you have to sacrifice so much. Like when your friends are going for a night out and you can't go because you've got to be up early the next day, or you know, you're working till late, or your family's going out for a nice meal but again you need to work or something like that. Like getting your work-life balance is really, really hard. So that is definitely the biggest struggle, I would say, in the business, but it is totally worth it. Once you've kind of got up the ground, that's a little bit easier, but definitely in the start you have no work-life balance. It is just completely work, live to work, but that is the sacrifice you have to make when you are starting a business. I feel like I kind of went on a little bit of a rant there, so but I am extremely passionate about that subject, and I love talking to people and giving people advice because, you know, it is really hard to do and it's really scary, and unless you have somebody in your life that has been through it and can guide you, then you know you don't really know where to go or who to turn to. So if anybody has any kind of business questions or wants me to do any kind of Q&A again, maybe about, you know, running a business or, you know, being self-employed or anything like that, then please leave me a comment down below and I will definitely do that video for you, because as you can see I absolutely love talking about it, so just let me know. So the next question is, if you weren't a makeup artist, what would you like to do? So I've actually talked about this quite a few times, like with my family and stuff. As much as I love this job, I do think it's interesting to know like what you would do if, say, the job didn't exist. Apart from, say, the social media sides of it, so if I wasn't like a makeup artist in salon or a beauty therapist in salon, then I would definitely do the social media route. Absolutely love doing it. And so if I couldn't be like a YouTuber, and kind of like if I had to have a complete career change, then I would be a dermatologist, because I love helping people. I love seeing people's confidence grow and helping them out. So I would love to be, you know, a skin specialist that like really looked at people's skin and helped them when they're really, really struggling. And I know there's obviously so much more to that job than just that, but that would be kind of like the main bit that I would love about being a dermatologist. I find anything like that fascinating. So I would be a dermatologist. I'd like to say, if I wasn't that, being something to do with animals, but I cannot stand animals being hurt. So for example, growing up we all wanted to be like a teacher or a vet, something like that. I genuinely wanted to be a vet because I've just always been the biggest animal lover. But when we got our first dog, when we took her to the vets, obviously she had to have her injections, and the sound of her crying just from having the needle completely freaked me out. And any other pets that we've had, like hamsters or whatever, and we've had to have them put down, like it's just genuinely scarred me. And I know obviously you're helping that animal and you're doing what's best for it, and obviously they need their injections, but it just completely goes through me. So as much as I'd like to say I would have been a vet or something along those lines, I just couldn't be, because I just couldn't hurt an animal even if you're doing it good, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it just upsets me too much. So I'd be terrible. I would be bringing every animal home, every sick animal, every abandoned animal. My house would just be full. I'd absolutely love it, but Cam would go absolutely nuts. But yeah, as much as I would love to work with animals, I couldn't for that reason. Speaking of Cam, the next question is, are you single? And the answer to that is no, I'm not. I've been with Cam for 9 years this year, so a long time. We've been together since we were 15, so no, I couldn't be any less single. And then the next question that's related to that is, will your boyfriend appear on the channel at some point? So he has actually said that he will come on, which would be quite fun, and we do plan on doing a video. We was thinking of maybe the boyfriend does my makeup challenge, or we could always do like a couples Q&A. So if you wanted to see something like that, please let us know down below and I will get him on the channel, because he said that he will, so you know, we've got to force him now. And then the next question is, will you do a full makeup collection video soon? So this is actually something that's been highly requested, along with like my kit favourites, with me being an MUA, and I think I'm gonna do like a makeup artist series and show you all my like favourite, you know, my kit favourites and my collection, and maybe split it up into like different parts, so like do an eyes section, face section, a lip section, something like that, just so that it's not like one really long video. I'll probably do like a couple of clips. So yes, I will do a full makeup collection. I can even do like a little tour of my little studio. I call it studio, it's just a room where I do my makeup, but we call it the beauty studio. So yeah, I will do that if you guys want to see it. And somebody else has asked, more of a request than a question, but will you do story time videos? I love watching them. Yes, of course. Anybody who knows me knows I love story time. I'm always telling stories, like nice ones, obviously not gossiping, but nice stories. I always have a bunch of stories because strangest things always happen to me, or I end up in weird situations. So yes, if you'd like to see some story times, then I could definitely do some story times for you guys. My next question is, how do you stay so organised? I need tips. PS, I love you, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much, I really appreciate that. I bought the Mrs. Hinch little book of to-do lists back in the summer, and that has really helped me. I've always been one to make to-do lists, but the fact that it has like so many different sections, it's just laid out really nice. So I did show a clip of it on my Instagram, but basically in her first section of the book, you'll know what I'm on about if you've got it, the bit where it's the to-do lists, I'll write like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'll leave the Hinch haul bit, and what I'll do is I will write down everything that I've got to do for social media on each day, and then if there's anything that I need to get or any extra notes, then I'll write it in the Hinch haul list. And then for like cleaning wise and staying organised in the house, I will then use the Freshen Up Friday section to do my lists of what I need to do in the house. So staying organised is just one of those things. It just takes time and it takes motivation, and you know, I'm organised in some ways but I'm not in others, so I just try, and I'm just making a conscious effort to be a lot more organised. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. Next question is, when are you most productive? So honestly, I'm a little bit of a night owl. The most creative at night. For what reason, I don't know. So productive makeup wise, more at night. I mean, I have been filming in the daytime a lot more, especially because it is lockdown at the minute and I have the time. But I will feel like the most motivation to do it at night time, just because I do get that creative flow. But if it comes to doing the house and stuff, I would say like midday. In the mornings, I like to have a slow start and, you know, catch up on YouTube or catch up on comments and catch up on like different things, but just have like a really easy morning that eases into the day. I'm not one of these people that can just wake up and then like clean the entire house and go and do a workout, and that is just not me at all whatsoever. So I would say probably like midday. Then I don't like leaving cleaning and stuff like later on in the day. I would much rather do it and then the house is tidy for the rest of the day. So I'd say kind of like mid-morning to midday, I'd say I'm the most productive. Like for example, lockdown, and we've just got a whole bunch of time on our hands, then I kind of like to do it in stages. So like I'll get up in the morning and have a slow start, then I'll have like an hour or two of being productive, then I'll have like an hour where I do nothing, then I'll have another 2 hours where I do something, and then so on so forth. But I can literally get to like 10 p.m. and be like, right, I'm gonna film a video and I'm gonna clean the makeup room and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. So I'm a bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. So the next question is, do you ever wear makeup without lashes? So 90% of the time, if I'm just going out or I'm doing like shopping, or you know, I'm going to work or just anything general, then I literally never wear lashes. I only ever wear lashes if I'm, you know, doing a makeup look, because I don't think that makeup looks, you know, for most parts, especially something like this that's quite glam, I don't think that it looks finished without lashes. So if I'm ever doing like a proper makeup look that's not like a quick everyday one, then I will be wearing lashes. But if it's just me going to work or going to shopping or running errands, then no, I'll literally never wear lashes. It's only if I'm, say, going out for tea, or you know, I want to feel a bit special that day, or obviously I'm filming or something like that, then no, I literally won't wear lashes at all. I used to wear semi-permanent lashes and I had them on pretty much 24/7 up until I went on holiday this time last year, and they came off quite quick. I just was like, I'm gonna give my lashes a break, and then we went into lockdown and I started doing Instagram full time, and obviously we've not had much time to get our lashes done this year, but unless I'm going to be going away, I don't think I'll have them anymore, for the simple fact that I'm putting lashes on all the time to create content for Instagram. I really miss having semi-permanent lashes. I just think they're amazing, but at the minute with Instagram I'm not going to be able to. But as soon as I'm back on holiday, best believe they will be the first thing that I'll get. So the next question is favourite makeup brands. So this question I get asked all the time, and I really struggle because I genuinely believe that every brand has a strong point in each section. So I like a lot of brands for very different reasons. I'd say this year I've really fallen in love with Be Perfect and Doll Beauty, which obviously are like smaller makeup brands, to say like your Anastasia, your MAC, that kind of thing. So yeah, I would say Be Perfect and Doll Beauty. I love NARS. I think NARS has such beautiful products. Skincare wise, I love Elemis and I love Nip and Fab. They have some brilliant products. Peaches and Cream, I love their brushes, I love their pigments, I love their lip liners. So that's what I mean, like I have quite a few favourite brands, because people ask me all the time, like, if you could receive PR from one brand, who would it be? And I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'd really struggle to pick like my absolute favourite, because I have so many for so many different reasons. But I think that's a good thing, and I think that's a healthy way to have a kit rather than just having, you know, one brand. When I was in college, that would help like the teacher, and she had all MAC. And she was like, I would never buy anything other than MAC, and I would never ever use any brand other than MAC. And she was a working makeup artist outside of obviously helping out the teacher, and I used to just think like, that is crazy. Like, I know MAC was obviously huge back in the day, and I love MAC myself, but the fact that she would literally say she would use nothing but MAC, and, you know, had her kit completely built on that, I thought was crazy, because I love MAC and there's so many great products from MAC, and it's not a bad thing to have most of your kit from MAC, but, you know, there's so many different, you know, so much range of products that, you know, is out there. So it'd be interesting to know whether she still sticks by that or whether she's changed, because I can bet you any money that she's changed. But literally she said to us, you know, everything in my makeup bag is MAC. I never try anything different. I wouldn't try anything other than MAC. So she was just like an absolute MAC lover. What is your favourite kind of makeup look? Something that's just wearable but glam and really pretty. Something that you'd go on a night out with, I would say, is my favourite kind of glam. But similar to this really, winged liner, lashes, a nude lip with a gloss, glowy skin. Yeah, nothing too like in your face, just pretty makeup. Another question is, what's a big beauty no-no that you're guilty of? The only one that I can think of this is, I'm sure there might be more, who knows, but I would say picking spots, which I'm not terrible at, don't get me wrong, I'm not bad with it at all. I actually do have some acne scars from when I suffered really bad acne due to stress a few years ago, and they scarred, and luckily they're fading now, and I have some really good tricks to get rid of that. So if anybody ever wants a video on that, because it was just a horrendous time in my life suffering with that, because I'd never suffered with it before. So I always tell people, don't pick your spots, especially because they can scar. But if something is ready to come out, and I know it's ready to come out, and I don't have my little like blemish tool, then I will squeeze it, which I know sounds disgusting, but I think we're all guilty of that if we're honest. What is your favourite way to unwind? So I am a Cancer. I am a water sign, and I am obsessed with being in water. If you go on holiday with me, then I'm just in that pool like 24/7. I absolutely love being in water. And the sea, I'm obsessed with the sea. I'm that person that wants to go to the beach but not for the sand, for the sea. My favourite way to unwind is definitely 100% a bath. I love bubble baths. I could literally have a bath every single night. I enjoy it so much, and if I'm stressed, if I'm worried, if I'm sick, if I'm hungover, I get in the bath. So 100% my best way is lighting a candle, putting some bubbles in the bath and getting in the bath. There's only a couple of questions left. I'm going to answer these and then I'm going to wrap up. Any questions that I haven't answered, I'm going to save, and I'm going to keep them for a chatty get ready with me. So if you have any other questions that haven't been answered in this video, then just DM me or whatever. And the next time I do a chatty get ready with me, then I will answer some more questions. So these two are related. It's what's one good thing that's come out of lockdown for you? Definitely this. I don't think I would have actually got the courage to start YouTube if it wasn't for lockdown, and same with my beauty page. I needed to give it some love and I needed to give it the time, because at the end of the day, like, Instagram is another business really, and it can be another business if you want it to be. Because obviously I was busy in the salon, lockdown gave me the time that needed to grow, and obviously it has. And same with YouTube, but overall, I would say the biggest thing that lockdowns taught me is that I do need to slow down and not be so crazy all the time, because literally I would just work, and then I would then try and fill as much time as I could seeing friends, family, whoever, and I would put absolutely everyone before myself. So lockdowns made me realise that, you know, I need to take more time for me. I need to spend, obviously it's going to be a bit different because we've been in lockdown for so long. I'm not going to want to be in the house, but definitely like when life goes back to complete normal and, you know, it's a fast-paced life again, that it's okay to relax and take days off and do days where I just do nothing, because before lockdown I would never do that. Just overall gaining confidence. Lockdowns made me realise that you really do only have one life, and you know, your time could come to an end at any point. No one saw this happening. And little things like when you think about that lockdown has kind of stole a year from our lives and put it, or if you look at it, it's put it on pause, and that could happen anytime. Like you could, you know, break a serious amount of bones and, you know, recover for a year and not be able to do things that you want to do, or you could be out of work for a year and not have the money that, you know, you wanted to do these things. So it's just made me realise to really live in the moment and to just enjoy your life. Holding yourself back, because you're holding yourself back for what? Like at the end of the day, holding yourself back for? So to just go for it, and if you really genuinely want to do something, just do it. That's what I was like with the YouTube in the end. I was like, do you know what? I want to do it. Who cares? I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be me. If you don't like me, then that's fine. You don't have to watch my videos. But obviously then there's people that will want to watch your videos, and yeah, so just do whatever you want. That's my motto coming out of lockdown. The last question is, what plans do you have after lockdown? I don't actually have any set in stone plans, because it's going to depend on when I can go back to work. Obviously then getting back on my feet, making sure all my clients are okay and what have you. So once the madness is kind of gone, I am just going to go on as many adventures as possible and just do everything. I'm going to go out for tea every night. I'm going to do everything that we've not been able to do. So my plans are just living life to the absolute fullest, because we planned that for last year and we'd saved so that we could just have a crazy year and basically do something like every month. Even if it was just something little, it didn't have to be, you know, like crazy holidays, but we planned everything for the first half of the year to do something every month, and obviously that never happened. So yeah, I'm looking forward to creating the memories that we wanted to create last year, this year, or maybe next year, who knows at this point. So that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. I loved filming this. It was nice to just do something quite chatty, and like I said, there is some questions that I haven't answered, so I will definitely answer them in a chatty get ready with me soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you liked it, and I will see you on my next video.